It's an honor being around you guys. Drew, yesterday I played ball at your alma mater, and I was watching more than a game to like just prep myself and like get into the mode. You know, I scored a couple baskets, but I think we should just go around real quick and just introduce ourselves real quick.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for watching that movie, Ward in the Game. I hope it inspired you, and you were out there getting buckets. I heard about it. But my name is Drew Joyce. From Akron, Ohio, so I'm a hometown kid. I'm currently an assistant basketball coach on the men's staff at Cleveland State University, going into my third year. So I've gone from playing the game to coaching the game, and that's just a large part of my story.
So, Chuck?
My name's Chuck Milan. I'm a CEO and founder of Team Flight Brothers and the official dunk coach of the NBA. So I train guys to be dunk champions. I think of like new dunks for everybody to do, since people are like, there aren't any more dunks to do, and I'm just bringing creativity to the guys that are a little too busy during the season to think of some cool stuff. So that's what it is.
Rob?
Nice to meet you guys. I'm Rob Allen. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Originally from Selma, Alabama, Black History Month. But I work at the TSF, the Skills Factory in Atlanta. Train a lot of NBA players, top college, collegiate players, high school guys. It's just a pleasure being here with you guys, just being on this panel, man.
Yeah.
I'm Deric Nichols. I am from here in Cleveland, Ohio. I work with Cavs Youth Sports, so hosting youth camps and any community outreach projects in the city.
Yeah. So my name is Jarrel Harris. I work for Sports Illustrated. I'm the editor over there for the NBA section. I also host my own media basketball run called Sunday Wash Club. You know, we all have hoop dreams, but we all can't make it to the league. So I started this run during the pandemic. So it's been cool so far. But to start off, I want to ask, how special was it, like, getting into basketball? Like, when did you know that it would take you to a special place in your life?
I'll go first. Just as you said, me being a small guard from Selma, Alabama, just knowing Drew and LeBron, I was in the class of 2003 as well. I got to play for John Chaney at Temple University. And just picking it up as an early age, my dad putting that ball in my hand, just teaching me the ropes, and also, you know, getting to this level, working and coaching guys, just being there, man. It was a blessing. So for me, just getting that ball in my hand was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
Man, basketball is my first memory I've ever had in my life. My 4th birthday was the Jordan versus Dominique dunk contest. I don't remember anything about Jordan or Dominique. I remember Otis Smith catching a dunk off the backboard, and I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I got into basketball, also the class of 2003. Got to play in college for a little bit. It brought me overseas and gave me exposure, and people saw me dunking, and it kind of turned my whole life around to where it was like the first thing I remember as a kid, and then people wanted to pay me just to dunk. And then I got to start a company off of that, and then it's just all kind of been, you know, a snowball effect from there. So, I mean, basketball has been everything. That saved my life, to be honest.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man.
True.
For me, well, first off, the class of 2003 is represented really well right now here at this table. Shout out to that. But for me, it was watching my dad play pickup games. You know, those early Saturday mornings, going to the gym with him, and I'm just on the sideline, just watching him play, getting a couple shots up here and there, until I got to my first teams, and I just fell in love with the sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's a game at the end of the day, and there's so much joy in it. The ups and downs, they come with it, but the joy of when I played a game of basketball is something special, and I had no idea where it would take me. I just knew to just work hard, right?
Yeah.
Work hard, let the chips fall where they may, leave it all on the floor. And it took me some special places, right?
Yep.
My dad always reminded me, like, don't let the game of basketball use you, use the game of basketball. Was able to play Division I basketball, be a student athlete, and then I had the opportunity to play in Europe for 12 years. Never envisioned that, but I just went with it, and it turned into something really special.
Nice. Deric?
Well, I can't say much about class of 03. But
Same here. Same
class 2016. I remember my dad had me try out a bunch of sports, but basketball just felt like it was right. It just fit me the most. Got to high school and then realized, I wasn't going to be one of those top NBA players or even make it to the NBA. So I realized, I'm going to try and give back to somebody else who wants to get there. So got into youth sports and trying to develop these young guys and teach them what it really takes to get to that next level, even college.
Yeah. And how do you guys think the best players evolve as they get older?
I think the best thing, man, is just being around great coaches. Being around, this game has evolved from when us guys were coming up. The advancement in training and coaching. I didn't have a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
I worked hard with my dad, my cousins that play in the NBA. So I think now it's just being able to be with other big time people now, just training, and the game has just a revolutionized now. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, same. I think obviously athletes keep evolving, but now with science and with trainings, players know how to take care of their body at an earlier age. So they're putting things into their body that's making them even more freak athletes. But then there's like a social media side too, where you kind of get to see what you have to do to be at that level. And I think a lot of people can get in that mindset or figure out that it's not for them, but it just shows kind of like, all right, if I really want to do this, this is more than a 9 to 5. This is, an 18-hour a day type of thing.
True.
I think, at the top of the top, the guys that are doing and playing at a very high level, they're learners, right? They're students of the game. They appreciate all the nuances, the small details, and they never overlook that part of the game. Yeah. They never overlook it, and they don't level themselves off, right? It's always a level up. They want for more, and I think that confidence and that ability to keep evolving, developing, and learning is what makes guys at the high level very, very special.
Tying back to what he said, social media plays a big part of it. They see these guys blow up overnight, but reality is it's not going to happen overnight. You got to be patient, and you have to really put the work in every single day. I just try and tell guys, don't pay attention to anybody else and run your own race.
Yeah. And what's the most important thing to stay game ready? Is it cardio? Is it weight training? What is it about?
I think it's everything. I don't think it's just a simple thing. Just as you said, I tell guys all the time, when you're not working, somebody else is. Just that's the biggest piece of everything. Shooting, handling the ball, running, weightlifting. If you're down in one area, somebody's gonna get the leg up on you in another. So I think it's everything.
Yep.
Completely agree. I don't think there's anything you can leave out of it. You can't get to the end of the alphabet by skipping T or M. You gotta hit the whole thing together. I think preparation is absolutely everything A through Z.
Yeah.
I mean, they said it right. You can't skip steps. And I don't want to quote Dame Lillard, but he said something during the bubble about his summertime workouts and how he wouldn't give in to quitting in drills and not being at a supreme top level, because he knew at some point, right, the quitting or taking the easy way out would show up, right, and that's the worst thing you want to happen is show up in the playoffs, those missed reps that you didn't take during the summertime.
These guys really said it all. I just know a wise man once told me, old trainer of mine, a failure to prepare is preparing yourself to fail.
Yep. That's beautiful. And then how much time do you guys play? I don't want to call you guys wash, that's right. But
see how much we
no. But for me, it's game 7. I'm not a pro, so every time I'm on the court, I'm taking it. I'm like very competitive. I always want to win. So like, how much of that competitive juice is like still in you?
Just as he said, 2003, I just turned 37 past Tuesday. So I just think now I've learned as I've gotten older the pace of the game. I'm not the fastest anymore as I used to be. I just, just learning from a different perspective. I mean, I have to stop myself sometimes with these young guys. They start talking and then you start getting your competitive juices going.
Yep.
But you just have to learn, man, your time is up. But I just learned how to pace myself now, just pacing the game, man, basically.
I'll kill myself if I get on a basketball court right now because I'm competitive. So I'm going to start. Probably about 6 months ago, I was playing, and I was like, all right, we're going three-point line to three-point line. Yeah. Within like 5 minutes, I'm, like hitting shoulders on people and stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm going to kill myself. But the competitive nature's still there. Like, if somebody's shooting, like, I'm like, I'll shoot you at the gym right now. But besides that, like, I try to stay away, man. Class 03, man, my knees, I left my knees in 2008.
When's the last time you dunked?
Last year. So it happens every year, All-Star Weekend. So
nice.
It's a tradition. So I got to get these things ready for tonight.
I still play every now and then. So I'm part of that wash list that you talked about. The competitive nature still flows. I think that's a big reason why I'm in coaching, because I'm right in the mix of it, right? I'm right there on the sidelines, and I'm looking down the sidelines, and I want to beat you, right? Yep. Man to man, I want to beat you. But when I am on the court, I learn that the shot fake and footwork is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. They go for the shot fake. You got to get a young guys a shot fake.
Do your players do they still bother you and yo, come on the court, coach, and
they
play
challenge me? They challenge me. I'm not gonna put them on blast, but they know the results.
Well, as a young,
7 days, he's in shape.
As a young guy, I'm still out here. I'm probably giving the older guys a hard time. And like he said, they get you with that shot fake. As an athlete, as a leaper, I'm always falling for it. So he got me there. You just got to stay disciplined. But yeah, I'm always out there.
Yeah. What basketball is like, a lot of discipline, training. So how do you continue to motivate these young guys as they improve their game?
I think motivation comes within. Like he said before, where you want to go. Do you want to go, play high school? Do you want to go high-level Division I? Do you want to go to the NBA? So I think motivation comes within. And I think a lot of us, we actually had that, just growing up in a small town, trying to get big dreams out of Alabama. I was just like, hey, man, I'm small, which I'm not tall, but I just said, hey, I wanted it. And, like I tell guys now, just like you said, if you're not in the gym, somebody else's is. So what do you want to do? This game can really change your life in a matter of seconds. You can go from not having anything to having the world. So I think that's what comes with motivation.
He's 100% correct with, you have to have it. If you're not trying to work harder than what you think hard is, then you have no business being here. If you're just here because you want to play around and stuff, that's cool. But if you want to be great at something, your hard work has to be harder than any hard work you could think. So if you're not in there thinking man, I can't do this, and you're pushing yourself through it, if you're not doing that, then it's not going to work out. Same thing. If you're not working hard, or if you're just working hard, somebody's working harder.
Yep.
So the difference between good and great is a lot a lot harder.
I can push you, I can challenge you, but you got to make up in your mind what you're going for, right? Because your biggest opponent is yourself, right? You never know what the other person is doing, how hard they're working. Your biggest opponent is yourself.
Yeah.
That person in you that is telling you you don't need those extra 10 reps, right? You can hit the snooze at 6 a.m. You can hit the snooze, right? You have to beat that person each and every day. That's the motivation. Yeah. Can you beat the person telling you to quit?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody does need a support system at some point in time just to kind of get them started. But at some point, you got to take it upon yourself to take it to that next level. I remember in 8th grade, after a bad practice, I was kind of just being sluggish, lackadaisical. My dad tells me in the car, said, "Is this something you really want to do? Because, you know, I'm not going to waste your time. You're not going to waste mine."
Yeah.
And then from that day on, we just started to go to work. Went hard every single day after that.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna loosen it up a bit. I don't know if you can make your pick, but do you guys know who's in the dunk contest this year?
I know who's in it. You want me to pick who's gonna win?
Yeah. Who you want?
I would probably say Obi Toppin.
Okay.
I think he's, you know, he went to Dayton, right down the road, so he might have some guys here. But I say Obi.
So who you working with?
He can't say. He can't say.
I can't say that. I played the field.
I don't know. I hope everybody does great.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
man.
it.
That's all. I'm trying to keep my job, man.
Got you.
I'm going with the young fella. I'm gonna go Jalen Green.
Okay. I like it.
I got Jalen Green, too. He's just too explosive.
I got Cole because I think he's like a showman. You know, he's from New York, so I think, you know, I'm biased maybe, but I think he's gonna bring it
very
tonight.
biased. I got you.
So he's got it.
At least I'm not biased. I'm from the South, so I'm not biased. So.
Yeah. So what are you guys thinking for like All-Star? Like who drafted like the better team? Who do you think is gonna win? And MVP?
No, you're not finna get me in trouble with this one. I know we got somebody that know Bron, so I would say LeBron definitely.
I mean, we're in Cleveland, so I'd say that'd be the easy answer. But man, I think Ja's gonna show out, man. It's the first time on this big stage for him, so I think Ja's gonna take it.
Drew?
I agree with you on that a little bit, right? Because exactly, I think he's here to put on the show. Like, I don't know who's going to win, but if we just looking at GM skills, I mean, the guy's been picking teams.
It's like 6 straight years, right? Like five or six.
He's very seasoned, so I think Bron's team. He's got a lot of good balance on that team, and he said it with the first pick, man. I'm taking the hardest working man in the game, Giannis. So he always shows up too.
That's hard to.
Has Bron always been like
hard,
that? When it's like just thinking about like rosters, and
flag
like
football, softball, pickup basketball, all the time.
Yeah, that's so deep.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to have to go with LeBron. I mean, come back to the city. You see him on Instagram. He's all excited. You know he's ready to put on a show. But my dark horse MVP is Darius Garland.
Oh, hometown kid. All right. Hometown.
That's a good one.
All right, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining Wilson, and best of luck, and enjoy All-Star, man.
Thank you, man.
It's
Appreciate
an honor.
it. Appreciate you.